Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Let's get right into it. We're going to do a simulation on gold. I'm doing this just for fun really because I have some time today. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to set this up now. So I chose a random date, March, I think this is March 1st. I chose this so we can see NFP on the Friday. New York close 1 to 500 leverage, 2 pips spread, and 150 bars previous data. So we're doing gold, risk percent. I'm gonna try to make this a quick one because it's for fun. Do you guys see this? Oh no, you guys are good. I thought you guys were seeing this little square in the middle. Okay. Risk, we're going to do 2%, 1% occasionally. We'll do visual mode, trades. Let me bring this over here, get it all set up. And pips, charts, let's get this. So we want the 15 minute. We want the 30 minute. $4-hour. I'm also gonna get the 8-hour, and we'll go up to the daily. So 8 hours, and let's get the daily. Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna scale fix everything so I can move the charts. So let's zoom in. Properties, we're going to scale fix just so I can move it up and down. 8-hour. We're going to scale fix this as well. Here we go. 4-hour, same thing. If you prefer me do this before the stream, let me know. So once I'm done this, we'll jump into analysis. $15-minute. Alright, let's jump into analysis. So daily, is that all the information? Yep, that's all the information we have. You can see price good. My face isn't too big. Good. Okay, so daily, we have this range here. We have this range all around here. So we are moving bearish. This candle is moving bearish. One thing I want to keep an eye on is that we are closing below here, sweeping below here. Actually, this is still too early. We're gonna do New York session. So let's go to 14, which will be 7 a.m. 7 a.m. New York time. Alright, here we go. So we are forming a support. So we did sweep here. We are forming a support now, possibly to continue up to retest here, maybe even here. So let's see. That's just the daily. Those are just ideas. We did wick up. We could even move down to break this low over here, continue down. So we are forming a resistance here, a support here. So we'll keep that in mind. Same thing on the 4-hour. So let's go to the 1-hour, see what information we can see. Price is a little messy. Ooh, this might be tricky. There's no information on the side. Yep, there's no information on the left hand side, so we don't know how far the price can move. Okay, we'll just make guesses. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the 30-minute. So right here we have a support formed right there. So if we continue down, I think it can continue down to here. And if it breaks even further, I think we can see a retest of this resistance over here. So we'll keep that in mind. Let me move this. You guys can see. Yep. So, and this is a resistance here, but it's just one candle. We'll mark it up anyways. So if we break above there, I think we can move up to here to retest. We'll ignore that, see how it goes. I'm just gonna clone this, watch the 15-minute. So we do have clean candles moving up and down, not on the 15-minute, but the 30-minute looks much cleaner. So this candle closed bullish. So if this candle wicks up and continues down, I think it has potential to continue down. So let's watch. We're gonna wait till 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., and 9:30 a.m. to take trades. So we are moving bullish now. No confirmations for any trades yet. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. 79. Okay. So we just gotta wait patiently for a bit. Let's see what price wants to do. 1 hour. The 4 hour is rejecting that resistance that was formed. So, and overall we are in a bearish bias just because of all these moves down, strong candles moving down. This hasn't broken structure yet, so we will possibly get a retest and then a continuation down. We just have to wait for price to give us confirmations. So this is about to break the 1 hour previous high. Yep, so volume is pushing it up. So you broke this resistance. It's not clean enough to look for buys. It's just one candle really. This could have been a fake out potentially to retest this candle over here, but you can see we're wicking down. There we go. So candle closed, 30-minute candle closed, weak bearish. This is 7:30 a.m. Let me zoom in here. So we are looking bearish. So I think we could take a sell here, but I kind of want the candle to wick up first. So I'm going to wait for that wick up. If we miss the trade, that's okay. Yep, I think we missed the trade. So if you go to the 1 hour here, you can see how clean this is. This is something I would execute on live. You can see here we wicked up, we broke this previous candle's high, but the bias is bearish just because of all this, so we wouldn't take a buy up here anyways. We are breaking this candle's low, continuing down. Another confirmation for sells is over here. We rejected this resistance. We closed weak bearish, or it's bullish, weak bullish, and we broke the low to continue down. So that's a confirmation to continue down. Let's see where it goes to. This is our target. It's too late to execute on it just because we missed it. We weren't confident, so I'm gonna let price go. But if it reaches here, that would be the end of the trade. That would be the target. And if we form support here and we break the low of the support to continue down, this would be our next target. So I'm just gonna wait, see what we can get for 8 a.m. Yep. So we reached target. That would have been a beautiful trade. Very nice, very clean. One candle pushed all the way down. That's exactly what I look for daily. So even if how many pips is that? It's around 55 pips. That's amazing. So let's see how the 15 minutes going to close. Very, very bearish. Look at that on a Monday. So 15-minute close bearish. So we are wicking up now. So if we create support, here's what I'm looking for. If this candle closes bullish, the next candle wicks up and then breaks the low, we can look for sells, especially at New York Open. We also want resistance. So we want first support to be formed. So this candle needs to close bullish, and then we need resistance to be formed. So the next candle needs to move bearish or close bearish for confirmations. So let's go to the 30-minute. So it's looking good so far. So far we haven't closed on the 30 minutes. So we need to be careful, see what's going on. Same thing with the 1 hour. This candle can easily wick up and stay up, so we want to wait for confirmations. So if this candle breaks the low, we could potentially look for sells even there, but I think this is going to form support and close this way. So we have 6 minutes left. Five minutes, 3 minutes. So far we have missed one trade. No trades have been taken. So this candle closed bullish. We have made a support. This candle is trying to move bearish. Let's see if we can get that happening. So this candle closed bearish, but it closed above the support, so we could see some rejection. So you want to either wait for a candle to close below here or take an impulse entry at the break of this candle's low. So let's just see what price will do. So we didn't get a wick up here. It just continued down. So I do want to see a wick up first, just like before. With gold, we see a lot of volume, so we usually don't get that wick up. But you can see here, this is what I was afraid of. I do want to see that wick up, so we have a tiny wick. I think it might be enough, just because we did respect the high of this bullish candle, and now we broke it, so sells are invalid until we move down. And we're not buying here just because you don't buy directly at support. It's a little risky. We want to be patient and see if we can get a better setup. So the 15-minute is about to close bearish. So we have created a resistance here. So we have a support and we have a resistance. So now we have to wait and see how price wants to move. But the key thing to keep in mind, this candle closed above support here. So we may want to be aware of buys. Yeah. So we are waiting for 8:30 a.m. or around that time to potentially take a trade if we get volume. So far we are respecting the high, respecting the low. Nothing's being broken. I think this is an opportunity to take a sell, as we are about to break support. So it's Monday. Actually, I'll do a full 2%. So we'll put TP, no TP. Put stops above the current candle, so it'll be 31 pips. Yep, 31 pips. I'll try to reduce it to here, 30 pips. So I'm going to open that trade. Let's go to trades. So let's see how our trade plays out, and we will focus on managing risk and taking profits. So yep, let's hopefully it doesn't reject. So we are moving down. How many pips in profit? 4. Let's see if we can get 10 pips in profit. There we go. So that's 17 pips. Let's see if we can get 21 pips. We're gonna close 80% of this. Stops at break even. Let the trade run. Hopefully we reach target again. This 8:30 a.m. is about to come in. So we are at 30 pips. I'm going to close half. Let the rest run. So a 30-minute candle. This is a beautiful trade. I love to see this in the first 15 minutes of the simulation. So you can see here that New York Open, we had this move. And this move is literally mirroring this move. So we straight down to our zone. This move is trying to push down straight to our zone. So let's see how it plays out. Where we do have a runner running, so let's see how it goes. 8:30 a.m. candle is about to close in 1 minute. So let's go to the 30 minutes. We can see cleaner price action. I actually should move this zone higher. The zone is around here. Let me clone that. So if you move down a little further, I am going to close it off. 30-minute is getting good bearish momentum here. So once we hit that target, I'll close it off. There we go. That's good enough for me. So in total, we're at a 1.73% gain now. I'm going to start forwarding candles just so we can move on to the next day. So I'll forward by 15 minutes, see what happens. So we moved up, wicked up, and now we continued up. So this, it can't be considered a fake out yet. It is just rejecting the support here, which was previously resistance. I think this is London open, so we don't want to be here anyways. So we'll just move on to the next day. We got our trade in over here. Missed our first opportunity up here, got the second opportunity. Very good. Took profits along the way. No risk to be managed. So let's move on to 7 a.m. So we did have more bearish movement. Let's go to the daily. This candle wicked up, like I said, and it didn't break the low, but it did close bearish. This candle wicked up, broke the low. So we could be moving bearish still. Let's see. So we did form support here. This sweep the previous day's lows here. We are moving bullish. So we did form. We formed resistance. We formed support. We're continuing to move up. We broke this. We're about to break this resistance. So let's see. Let me get rid of this. We want to do it brand new now. Let me delete that. There we go. So we can see that the previous day's lows have been swept with this one strong bearish candle, and we have been moving up. We created resistance, created support, and we are moving up. So overall, I think from here, my short-term bias is bullish, possibly to raid these highs up here or to retest this resistance. So let's mark it up and see what we want to see. Okay, so this candle formed resistance here. I respected this resistance here. It did reject though with this wick, so we want to be careful about that. We have this resistance here. This is on the 1 hour. We have this support here. So sells, there's nothing really we can see, especially since we have no previous data. So we just kind of have to wing it for the sells. But so far, price action isn't clean, especially with these candles down here. So even if we do break the support, there's nothing really going on there. Yep, too messy. So we probably will just ignore sells. So this candle closed bullish above resistance, but it rejected over here. It's rejecting this support. So that's something we want to note. So far, there doesn't look like any setup has formed. We just have to wait and see how price will play out. So this candle closed with no wick on the bottom. So the potential to move down is not high. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. Yep, so it's closing above this resistance here. So if this candle breaks this candle's high, I may take a trade, 1% risk, because it's riskier, because it's not a high volume time. So I will be patient. Let's see what we can get. So far only buys look appealing, but even those are a little risky today. Oh, let's see if we have news. I should be checking news as well. Monday, I guess there was nothing. Let me go to US only. There we go. Let's see. Do we have anything Monday? Monday was the 1st. FOMC, manufacturing, PMI. Nope, that wasn't during our trading time, so it's okay, even if it was. So Tuesday is the 2nd. So we have FOMC speaking, members speaking, economic optimism, So none of that is during the time that we trade, from 7 to around 9:30, 10 a.m. So we won't be too focused on that. So let's keep watching price and see what we can get. Okay, so we are breaking the high. 30-minute, that is support formed. This candle is pushing up, but we did have that rejection. So I want to, so we broke the 8-hour high there. The daily is pushing up after wicking down and sweeping those lows. So we just sweep these lows. We did form support, moved up, forming support again. I'll take a low risk buy here, 1%. This is a little against the rules just because price isn't at a high volume time really. It's not 8:30 or 8 a.m. So we'll see how this price plays out, how this trade plays out. We'll manage risk along the way. I don't expect volume to come in. So this candle broke the high, about to break the high in the first 1 minute, so that was a very bad indication. I probably would have closed the trade there. So we wicked down, we moved up. I'm gonna keep the trade in. Probably would have added positions, but let's be patient and see. It's not a high volume time. So if this was live, I'm gonna close 50% and let the rest go. So it's 7:30. The 30-minute candle is closing. So the 30-minute candle closed bullish. So we created a resistance. Now we created support. So we do expect price to continue moving bullish. So the 15-minute closed weak bullish like this, but above previous resistance. So I do expect price to continue moving. So we have closed half of our position. We're going to let the rest run. Since it's not 8 a.m. or anything, we're not going to add any positions, but we'll let this run until it reaches target and retest these highs, and then we'll probably close it off. So we'll just let it keep going. Hopefully you can fill this wick up here, and then once we get that, we'll close it off and we'll wait for another opportunity. So far we are at around 15 pips. We were at 20 pips. We're coming back to the entry. I may have to close 50% again. So we are New York. Nope, this is still 745. So we're pushing up again. I'm going to just close the trade here. There we go. So let's see what we can get at New York open. So we are about to fill the wick on the 1 hour. Yep, we are filling the wick there. Let me zoom in. Yep. So the wick has been filled. 4 hour moving up, 8 hour moving up. Daily is moving up. So the key thing I want to mention here is, like I always talk about, these sweeps. So we swept the previous day's low, and we swept the previous day's lows from yesterday, which we saw made during Monday. So you can see that it's straight candle sweep, and then we formed kind of a consolidation, continued up. We created support here before creating a resistance, and then we continued up, and that's the exact same thing that happened here at resistance here. We broke above, closed above, we created support where there was previously resistance, candle closed bullish, so we have a resistance, a support, and then a break above that previous candle pushing us up, and that's the trade that we took, and that's exactly what we saw happen. So let's see. So we're approaching 8 a.m. I think we already missed a move. I mean, we already took the trade, but since this is already pushing up, I think it's over. But let's see. So once it hits 8 a.m., I do expect price to continue. So we do want to see that wick down. retest this zone, and then potentially continue up. So if it breaks this high, yep, there you go. That's exactly what I like to see. So I wanted to see this wick down, retesting this previous support, and if it breaks the high and to continue up, we could reach potentially up here. So we did not take this trade because we already took the trade today. So we are following our rules, and currently we are watching this trade play out. Potential trade. So this is New York Open, 8 a.m. We do expect volume to push us higher. Let's see how many pips it has moved already. So if we entered here on the break of the high, we would have already secured around 20 pips. I would have probably taken profits at 10, 15 pips. The target is around 48, 50 pips. So let's see if this candle can move up. So far, so the 15-minute candle is about to close. So we did get a bullish close above resistance or previous support, which created resistance. So if this candle breaks this candle's low, structure is broken, and then we may have to forget the trade. But this, we already took our profits and everything, so it should be good. So we are approaching 8:30 a.m. and I do notice this stuff happen sometimes. Let's see. I think we broke the 30-minute candle low. Not yet. Now we did. Yep, so you could expect move down, especially this is a rejection zone. That's why we had the support marked up. So it did create resistance here, and we are moving down. So let's see. We would have already been out of the trade anyways, so that's why you have to take profits and put your stops at break even. So your trade would be stopped out, and you would have no loss, and you already secured profits. That's exactly what we did. So we're up 1.94% for the day, or for the 2 days so far in the week. Okay, so I'm gonna start forwarding candles now, just so we can see how price played out. So we're at 8:30 a.m. Volume pushed us down bearish, so that was a rejection. So we still closed above the 30-minute candle, closed above this previous resistance, so it's respecting the support here. Same thing here. So let's see. So this candle, this is before 9:15, so we are approaching 9:30 a.m. Let's see what the next candle does. There we go, volume came in. So let's go to the 15 minutes, see what we're seeing. So we're seeing price closing below this resistance, the support. So it is rejecting the resistance now, and price did continue down for the 9:30 candle. Okay, but since we already took our trade, we're already out of the market. Let's go to the next day, going to 7 a.m. So that'd be 14 simulation time. Let me get rid of these drawings. There we go. So let's go to the daily. So we closed bullish, so we formed a support. We're about to form a resistance here. We see candles moving down, possibly to continue the bearish bias. 8 hour, we see similar things. 4 hour, let's go to the 1 hour, see what we can see. Okay, so this is the previous day's high. The opening candle of the Asian session did sweep it, so we are continuing down. We did respect resistance up here as well. So let's see. So we formed resistance here to continue down. There is support here. This is the 1 hour. Let me go to the 30-minute because this is a little messy. Okay, here we go. So we have support formed here. This is a previous resistance, support formed there. So if we break that, we can continue down to possibly here. The range might be too small, so I'm going to measure it out. So we have resistance up here, and then if we break above there, we have clean candles to potentially move up to here. But we want to keep in mind this area here. This support can cause us issues, so since we are bearish, let's not even worry about buys. It doesn't look too clean. So let me clone that. Let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, buys don't look too clean. This is a support here, so let's see how price moves. Let's see if you have any news. Ooh, we have ADP at 8.15. Could get a very volatile move with that. That's really it. And then we have PMI. So what I've seen before is ADP has the initial move. It sets the market up for how it wants to move, and then ISM PMI usually continues in the intended direction. So for ADP, let's possibly do buy stop, sell stops, or just watch it. So we're expecting 203, and the previous is 195. So let's see how it goes. That's at 8.15. I'm just gonna forward candles just because usually before the news event it's low volume. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna go through. Let's watch it slowly. We'll do buy stop, sell stops. We already saw it go down, but whatever. So as we approach, we'll set that up. Oh, so it's already moving, and it's the news hasn't even come out yet. So I think the news is being priced in right now. So we did break this candle's low, could have taken a sell, but it is a news day, so we do want to be more careful. Sorry about that. So let's just wait and see. Okay. So we did reach our target here. So the place to take the sell would have been over here, because this formed support, formed resistance, and we continue to move down. So ADP, I think, is being priced in. Must have been very good news for the dollar for it to move down so early before the news release. Or this could be a liquidity grab to potentially grab liquidity from here, and when news is released, it may just shoot up. But we don't know, so let's wait and see. So we're moving even more bearish. 15 minutes. One candle's doing a lot of damage. So let's just wait patiently. So we can't do buy stops and sell stops because prices already moved so much. The range is too big. So we're just going to watch this. This candle's going to close in 1.5 minutes. So we are slightly rejecting, pushing down. ADP news is coming in. Okay, so we have 117, so much less than expected and much less than previous. I'm not fully sure if this is good or bad news. I think it's bad news for the US to have it less. Non-farm employment change. Yeah, let's see. So far, not much of an effect. Okay, so I think this would be the opportunity to sell. So I am going to take a 1% sell. But the issue is, you see like how there's no place to put our stops. We do 1% risk, put our stops above this zone here, or above this current candle. Pretty big stop, 33 pips, 34 pips. But we will, just because of ADP, let's see if we can get a bigger push down, potentially to sweep these lows. That would be the target. This is a pretty risky trade, so I'm going to manage risk. I wish I had the 5 minute. Okay, so we already got a 17 push down. Let's just close 80%. And let's put stops at break even and hope we can get more volume to push us down. There we go. That's news right there. So I'm guessing it was good news for US. That's why we're pushing down. So we are at 27 pips. 34 pips. I'm just going to close another half. It's not that much actually. I'm just going to close it fully. Close all. Okay. And that's Wednesday, 35 minutes in. So I'm going to start forwarding candles. Ooh, rejection. So we almost swept these lows. That's what we were looking for. So I think we're just retesting over here. Let's see, maybe the next candle. This is 9:30. So we are pushing. So we are just consolidating now. Usually after news we do get that consolidation just because so much volume has gone in and out. That was insane. What was that? So this is 17. I think this is 10:15, 10:30, 10:45. Ooh, this is a very good example of what I've been showing you guys. So here we go. Previous day's lows swept. Did I not mention that from up here, if we move down, this is the target? This was the target, to sweep these lows. And once we did that with one strong bearish candle, look at the London close candle, this bullish candle. So this is a clean sweep. We got this one candle down, this second candle completely consuming, engulfing the rest of the move. So that was like, that's very important. I'd love to see that happen. So we are pushing up. That's what a sweep is basically. You sweep all the liquidity down here, you continue in the intended direction. So I'm going to move on to the next day. 7 a.m. So we do have a range. This is good. Very good day. We're up 2.56%. Oh, delete. There we go. So this is the 15-minute. Let's go to the daily. So daily closed bearish. We did break the low. So I think if this candle wicks up, we can break even lower. So 8-hour. We are about to break the high of the previous candle. So we're just consolidating on the 4-hour as well. So we are consolidating above this support, which was the previous day's lows. Right here. And this is on the 1-hour. So I will move this. I'm going to delete this and go to the 30 minutes so we can get a cleaner idea. Nope, I don't need that. Here we go. So I have this. So we have this support here. Beautiful. Huge rejections. Resistance. I think we can use this one. And I think it can go up to here. So let me clone this. So it's a little messy actually. I don't like this. So this is resistance. We could move up to there. This is support. We could move down from here. This is this consolidation's a little tight, so I will want to make sure it's good to go. News. We have nothing during our time except for really unemployment claims at 8:30, so we'll see how that goes. So let me go to the lower time frame. So you can see this consolidation is not really a consolidation. It's not a good thing to use, so I am going to delete that. Let's see, 30-minute. This is not clean. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. So what we're going to do here is we're going to delete all this. We're going to do it fresh. We're going to do a fresh analysis here. I don't like the intraday. So we're going to look at the 4-hour now, or the 1-hour. So we're going to expect a break below this support here for a big move down, and a break above this resistance for a big move up. And targets we can identify on the way. We might not even get any of these pushes today, but just inside this range it's too messy. Can't really get anything. We do have these rejections of the support, very strong support, especially after these sweeps. So I am bullish, but I need to see cleaner movement, especially on the 8-hour. We are breaking the high, so I need to see cleaner movement. So if we wick down further and then continue up, it's potentially a good idea, but I am going to wait for 8 a.m. just so we have more volume for better confirmations. Just right now is probably low volume, especially after the news. No news today except unemployment. So let's just see what we can see. Ooh, we broke up. I wasn't looking. It's okay. 30 minutes. Yep. So this looks like a good trade. We did close above this resistance. Let me zoom in. Closed above this resistance, or not fully, but this candle closed higher than any other candle. This candle broke the wick. It's a little too early to take a trade for me, so I am gonna wait, especially since we are still in the range. Anything can happen in the range, so I want to wait till possibly 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. So we are breaking above. Let's go to the 15-minute. Maybe we can get some confirmations to enter here. We might just miss the move entirely. Let's see how many pips it's moved. So up here would have been a very good entry. Around 30 pips to 30 moves. So the 1 hour after this wick down and the push up, that would have been the entry right there. Right here. On the break of this high and stop loss below either here or the current candle. So let's keep it up. Let's see what we can get. 7:30. So this candle is about to, the 30-minute candle is about to close. Let's see if we close above the zone or we close below resistance. Closing in 5 minutes. Looks like it's rejecting, so we might close below. In that case, we would need to wait. So we have 1 minute to go. And we closed above with a small wick, so we want to be careful here because small wicks usually mean not enough range to continue bullish. So let's see. So if this candle wicks down and continues up to break the high, I think we can look for buys there. But we need more volume. At the moment there isn't a lot of volume. Yep, the candle just wicking further. If we respect the low of that candle, we could possibly have a good move up. But we do have this resistance over here on the lower time frame. A little messy, so we will keep an eye on that. This could be a no trade day. You don't want to force anything, especially since we already have profit. So we did create resistance. We did break the high. I'm going to take a buy here. Stop loss below the current candle. Actually, I'll do the previous candle for safer buys. Let's go to trades. This is a 1% risk. I'll probably do dynamic risk if we move down a little bit, or if we just continue bullish. Okay, so here I'd manage risk and close half. Just because we broke the current candle's low, my stop loss might be too tight, but we will see what happens. Yep, so we are just probably going to get stopped out. That's okay. So I'm using the 15-minute for stop loss placement, which is a little risky. So we did get stopped out. That's perfectly okay. Still have profit. Let's see. 8 a.m. is about to approach. So we could get a candle still move bullish. Let me get rid of history on the chart so we can see the candle clear. So this candle closed weak bearish. Yep, weak bearish. So let's see how this 30-minute candle closed bearish. So what I looked for was basically right here. As this candle closed bearish, I took that as a confirmation that this is a support. But that's why I don't use the 15-minute too much, because the 30-minute has much better confirmations. You can see the exact same thing I was looking for here. It actually happened here. So this is what I'm going to rely on now, especially at a high volume time. So that trade was premature. That's why we used the lower risk. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. So let's see how this trade can play out. If we wick down and break up, I think we can move up to at least here and then potentially higher. Yep, so let's see how that goes. So we are breaking above. I am going to risk 1%. I'll put the stop loss below the current candle. Let's get our trades open. Let's go to the lower time frame so we can manage risk. Stop loss is a little tight, but that's okay. So that's what volume is. That's what we're looking for. So we're up 13 pips, 19 pips. That's what we're looking for at New York Open. I'm going to close 80%. So we did give our bias a second chance. We didn't change our bias just because we had a loss. So we're going to let this trade run. It might reject over here, but with volume, we are expecting price to move up to here. A lot of good trades in this simulation. I'm very, very happy to see that. There we go. So in the first 1 minute, it pushed up this much, so we may see a rejection, but let's hope not. So if our runners get stopped out, that's perfectly okay. We already secured our profits. We probably will get stopped out. We secured our profits, so we already are safe. So no loss here. So we did get stopped out. Our stop loss was a little tight. So this could be a rejection to continue down. We will see. We're not going to change our bias now just because we're out of the trade. 4-hour candle did break the high, I believe. 8-hour candle is about to break the high. So I think overall I am bullish. So we will wait. Since this candle broke the low, this candle might just tank completely. This could have been a fake out. Liquidity grab. So it went above all this. It looked like it was going to move up. So it grabbed all this liquidity over here and then continue to move down. That is a perfectly possible thing. So we are going to wait. Probably won't take another trade because we already got that trade in. So let's see. So I think this could just completely tank, but we're in the range, so we don't want to make any assumptions. And we do have NFP tomorrow, so I'm going to skip towards that and just go straight for it. Okay, so we have 15-minute candle closed, weak bullish. That rejection, that break of the low, I think that's an entry right there. Entry opportunity. We're not going to take it, but let's just watch it. 8:30 is approaching. The 8-hour does look bullish just because it wicked down and it's about to break the high, or it did break the high already, but I think we can see that, but nope, this candle's already moving down. It's over. So let's see how let's see what 8:30 will bring us. We're not looking for a trade right now. We already got our trade in. But let's see. Yep. So I think price is about to move down all the way down to possibly here or here, just because we broke this low and have this huge liquidity grab. So let's see, 5 minutes and we'll get 8:30 a.m. Volume, especially with unemployment claims. 3 minutes for candle close. Ooh, there we go. Volume down, just like I said. Tank. Unemployment news. Let's see the results. What are the results? 745. They expected 758. Previous is 736. It's a little mixed, but it is lower than expected, so that's good news. But price action is really messy right now, so we are rejecting completely. So I'm going to start forwarding candles. So yeah, mixed bias. So I think that was another liquidity grab. This is 10:30 a.m. London close. We are pushing. It's pretty mixed until Asia session. So I'm just going to continue. Friday, we're going to go straight to NFP. When is NFP? So your non-farm payroll at 8:30 a.m. Let's go straight to that. Okay, here we go. We're gonna move slowly. So let me just do a quick analysis on what I see. So overall we have bearish volume, bearish trend. 1 hour is swept this low. This low was swept. It's forming resistance up there, forming support down here. Yeah, okay, so what I might do is I'm gonna wait for the 30-minute candle to close, and I'll probably do buy stops and sell stops above that candle. So let's just wait for this 15-minute candle to close, and then we'll see from there. Right now I would think price should move bullish just because of these sweeps, but with fundamentals, they sometimes just throw the technicals out the window. So we just gotta wait. So this is a pretty risky thing to do, so we probably wouldn't do this live with a lot of money. So we're gonna wait to see what the news is. Let me just see what they're expecting. So non-farm employment, they're expecting 196, previous was 166. So we'll see what we can get there. Yep, that's all we care about at 15:30. And this will end the stream at under an hour, which is perfect. Okay, so I like how this candle is closing. We have enough range to move down and enough range to move up. So you can see that before news is about to come, we are whipsawing, moving up and down violently. So this candle is about to close. There we go. Okay, I need to actually go back because we moved before we had a chance. So it's really good news for the US. 379. We're gonna do I mean, we already missed a move, but we're gonna do buy stops, sell stops anyways. So buy stops, we're gonna put our stop loss over there. Okay. Yep, that should work. And then we'll do a sell stop. So the entry will be below here, and the stop loss, I'll do that. We're gonna get rid of the stop losses anyways because it is a news thingy. Okay, so we have a buy stop and a sell stop. I think you guys can see that. Let me see. Yep, so we have buy stop and sell stop. So let's see how it goes. Ooh, so we moved down, so our sell stop is active. We're gonna close the buy stop. Let's see, 15 minutes. See the 1 hour. Okay, so we didn't move 20 pips. I think I'll just close. Actually, I'm just gonna put it in break even and let it go. Very good news. So I do expect price to move down. So I'll probably close like 80% there. And we'll let the rest go. But like I said, I do expect price to move bullish just because of these sweeps. But news was very good, so maybe we might not get that. I will forward a little bit just so we can see. 15 minutes. Yep, that's exactly what I expected. Let's see if we move up. Yep, so we moved up a little bit. So if you go to 30-minute, you can see that we did sweep, we moved up, but now there's indecision. Anyways, that ends the week for this simulation. I hope you learned a lot. We did see quite a bit of concepts in here. Stay tuned tomorrow. I will probably do an analysis, definitely a recap. Tomorrow is a symposium. Let's see how that goes. We are waiting for Powell to speak. There will be an inflation news release, but I don't expect a lot to happen with that because everyone's waiting for the symposium. But thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned.